What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Superpower Reviews. My name is Liam Smith. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Diamond Select Toys Gallery Collection Catwoman. Okay, so first thing we'll do is take a look at the box. This is the standard Diamond Select Toys window box. As you can see, the animated Catwoman logo on the front. This is the gallery collection from Diamond Select. Flipping around to the side of the box, just like I said before, windows on each side, really not much to see on the side of the box. Other side exactly the same. And flipping around to the back side of the box, have a little bit of a backstory at the top of the box here. An image of the full statue and an animated image from DC Comics on the other side. And this particular statue was designed by Sean Knapp and it was sculpted by James Marsano. Alright, let's go ahead and get the Diamond Select Toys Catwoman out of the box and take a closer look. Okay, now we've got the statue out of the box, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the details. Now the first thing I want to mention about this statue is it is very light. It's 100% PVC. The entire statue has a very light feel to it. It's not very substantial at all as far as that goes. You'd think that this base would look pretty heavy, but it is a very light, hollow plastic. Now right away, the first thing I'm noticing, it's not really an issue with the original paintwork. It has something to do with the packaging, the handling after the fact. I don't know if you can see on camera, but there are a lot of marks and scratches all over the gold on the base. You can look at the back of the head, the back of the ears, the side of the face. Absolutely everywhere there is gold, there is scratches, scuffs, and marks on it. Now that is definitely a quality control issue because this came directly out of a sealed box. Alright, so as far as the overall pose, I really do like what they did with the pose on this. This is the Catwoman from DC Comics, the comic itself, not an animated series or a movie. And they have her sitting on top of the Egyptian Sphinx. And I do like what they did with the sculpting on the body of Catwoman herself. That turned out really nice. The paintwork on the black, the paint apps is really nice. It's a little bit of a metallic black, has a nice sheen to it. That turned out really nice. Now, going back to the top part, the skin tone, again, it's something you see fairly often on the Diamond Select toys. They don't really nail the skin tones very well. It has a very orange look to it, no shading whatsoever, just one tone, kind of orangish color to the skin. Not very flattering to the character itself, but from a distance, it's not as noticeable as it is under bright lights close up like this. Now, I do like the way they did the cowl and the goggles. You can see the goggles do have the clear lenses on them. If you look at the paint apps on the eyes behind the goggles, it's moderately okay. It's not the best detail I've seen. I understand that they're hidden slightly behind the goggles, but you can still see the eyes through the clear lens of the goggles, so you would expect it to show a little bit more detail. It just seems that some of the paint apps are off on the eyes. The pupils are a little bit crooked on some of them. It's not really the best application of paint on the eyes that I've seen, even on other Diamond Select toys. Okay, moving around to the side of the statue. Like I said, the sculpt work on the suit and the cowl and all of that was done really well. I love the paint apps on the suit itself. And I like the way they, instead of giving her a belt, what they did was have her wrap her lasso around her waist. You can see the handle of the lasso coming out the back. The only thing that doesn't make much sense about that is I doubt that the handle would just stick up in the air like that. It would probably fall down. Looking a little closer at that, you can see some paint or possibly glue around the edges of the lasso, so a little bit sloppy on that part. Not too noticeable because it is on the back of the statue. Now moving on down to the boots, I do like what they did with the paint on the boots. It is a slightly different paint than what is on the suit. You can see the suit is kind of a metallic, almost grayish charcoal black compared to the pitch black leather look of the boots. The boots themselves have some nice detail in them. The laces, the rivets are painted individually with a silver color. Not bad at all on the paint job on that. Again, a little bit of spillover on the silver that they put on the rivets, but it still looks really good from a distance. And flipping around to the back of the statue, I do like the position they have her sitting in here, kind of a playful look. She's sitting on her foot on the back, as you can see. Now the paint app, again, on the Sphinx itself, has a little bit of a rough spot right here. It's kind of shiny here and then matte right there. It does look like it might be a little bit of glue that was brushed on right here, holding her onto the base. I do like the detail they put into the hands on the sculpt. They gave her some nice claws. They didn't really give it any different color on the claws itself. A lot of times you'll see silver claws on the nails. In this case it's all black, but it does have some nice details in the fingers and the cat claws or nails. Now as far as the base itself, I do like what they did here. A nice sculpt on the Sphinx base, has a metallic gold paint to it. They did a little bit of aging at the bottom, where there's a slightly darker gold towards the bottom to give it a little bit of a dirty look to it, an aged look. Now the only flaw that I've seen, you could look at it as, again, as aging, but these are actual manufacturer flaws, marks all over the back, the front, the ears, and so on. Like I said, it was banged up a little bit as it was being packaged. Overall, I really do like what they did here. The overall stance, her pose on the Sphinx, the theme behind the whole thing is really nice. I liked the way it looked as soon as I saw it on a shelf. And you got to keep in mind, this is only a $40 PVC statue, so you can't expect the details in the face and some of the paintwork that you would see, you know, on a $300 statue. That can't be expected. But for the price, for $40, it is a really nice interpretation of Catwoman from the comics. Okay, so now's the time. I'll go ahead and scan around, get some close-ups of the statue, get you a better look of the details on the Diamond Select Toys Catwoman statue. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this review of the Diamond Select Toys Catwoman statue. Go ahead and leave a comment below, let me know what you thought of this statue, and don't forget to subscribe, that way you won't miss any upcoming content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.
Yeah.